Hello, everyone. This is cybersecurity expert Reginald Andre, and we have a special announcement for anyone that has anything with Apple related via iOS devices. If we're talking about if you have an iPhone, an Apple Watch, an Apple iPad, any of those devices that you have iOS devices, you're going to want to listen to this video, find out why I'm giving out this an emergency broadcast and letting you know what you need to do to protect yourselves, because we have the worst case scenario has occurred where Apple has had to release an emergency update over a vulnerability, which is now called zero click, where it allows hackers to get information from your text messages, your emails, your photos, and your apps. So this is a major, major vulnerability. A lot of people always say, oh, Apple is protected, but this is why it is so important that just because you have an Apple versus an Android, or even for your Mac computer versus a Windows computer, it doesn't matter what type of device you have. Hackers are coming after you, and there are ways that they can get into your systems. And it is so important as a consumer and as a business owner that you keep up to date of what's happening and what you have to do to protect yourself. So as I mentioned, it's an emergency update. It's going to be the iOS 14.8, and it's going to be what it's called a 0-day, zero-click vulnerability. And what is this zero click? Well, zero click is a terminology, but specifically we are talking about a group called the NSO group, which is an Israeli spyware company. And what they did was that they developed a system and a way where Apple products can be infected with not even so much as a click. So if, like I mentioned, if you have an iPhone, an Apple Watch, or Mac computer, not even with a click can they send you a message, and you can now get a vulnerability on your systems where hackers can get your information. Now, many times you may hear from me and other cybersecurity experts that says that if you get a text message from a number that you don't know, and of course, if you get an email from someone that you don't know, not to click on it. Well, there's new ways where with the zero click, they can just send you a message via a GIF, via a text message, a picture, whatever the case is, but they can send a message to your phone. You don't have to click on it. And the fact that they sent that message to your phone, that now gives an open vulnerability to your systems. And with that back-end code that's there, it can now essentially have full control of your phone as if that hacker had the phone in their hand. So this is why it's such a big deal, because there now has been information that since February, this vulnerability has been out, that people, hackers have known about this vulnerability and have been exploiting it. And now that Apple has found out, they are now releasing this emergency update. So how do you go about updating your phone? It's very simple. If you have an iOS device, and let's just use my phone for example, all you have to just do is swipe, go to settings, and then from there, you're going to go to software update. Now, for me, I have my automatic updates on, but just because it's automatic doesn't mean that it's automatically going to install it. What you want to do is you want to force it and click on download and install. And then that forces the update, because otherwise you're just going to go on a kind of a queue. And with this queue, you may get the update tonight, you may get it tomorrow, next week, just depending on the queue. And also your phone has to be on Wi-Fi, it has to be fully charged. So there's all of these variables that you have to do in order to get the update. So by doing it now, you can now go ahead and get the 14.8 update. So as I mentioned, with this zero click, it often usually would target messages, right? Sometimes somebody could send a text message, and when you click on the link, it will take it to a site, and then it would download the malicious code. But this link or GIF or picture or whatever the hackers are sending, now it doesn't need you to click on it, and that's what's making this so dangerous. Now, according to reports, the zero-click infection can turn over a user's camera, your microphone. It can record the messages of your text messages, your emails, your calls. Even if they're encrypted, it can still get that information. And this is what the NSO application does. Now, the NSO is actually a legit company. They actually sell their software to government agencies, typically that do not violate any type of human rights. So they're not selling it to North Korea for them to continue to spy on their citizens. They usually are selling it to countries that will follow certain, national and worldwide human rights rules. However, now that this is a vulnerability, hackers are now knowing that not everyone is going to do the update on their phones, and they're hoping that you don't do your updates on your phone, because now they can take that vulnerability and now they can go ahead and try to get access to your phone. So, and it's not only the government, because the government has known about this for a while. It's now the hackers, which is why it's such a big issue. Give you a perfect example of another zero click. Jeff Bezos, back in 2018, Jeff Bezos, I don't know if you guys know about that, but Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia allegedly sent Jeff Bezos, the Amazon CEO, a WhatsApp message with a video promoting his telecom market. And allegedly there was a piece of code within that video file that enabled him to access Jeff Bezos' iPhone over a period of several months. And this resulted in the text messages, instant messages, emails, and other eavesdropping on his phone. And of course, if you guys know about what Jeff Bezos and what happened with his iPhone, this is where it came from, because of the zero click. And now, yes, that's Jeff Bezos, and that's a very big target, but it's only a matter of time till it starts to trickle down to the regular people like you and me, where hackers are going to come after it. So again, it's very simple to fix this. All you have to do is grab your phone, grab your computer, go to the settings, or on your on your Mac, you have to go to the little Apple, go to software updates, and then just go ahead and follow the path. Now, even with this, you could still be paranoid, and you can probably think, oh my gosh, I knew that something was happening with my phone. I knew that there was eavesdropping and spying. And that's very true, because again, this particular company, NAA Group, developed this, and they found a way to bypass Apple's security. So unfortunately, the only way that you can really protect yourself is by not using apps or accepting, text messages or anything like that on your phone, and just using it as a phone. And even with that, you never know. So unfortunately, that's just what the day we live in. It's kind of like saying, how do I protect myself from hackers? I'm just going to disconnect from myself from the internet. That doesn't really make too much sense most of the time. So it's just a matter of being informed, making sure that your systems are patched and up to date, and continuing to follow our channel. As soon as we get these type of updates, we'd love to go live and let you guys know. So please, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel. And lastly, do your updates. Make sure, especially if you have, for example, maybe parents that are a little more elderly, don't watch, my channel, whatever the case is, shoot them a text. Hey, go to settings, do your iPhone updates. Because you never know. A lot of times people are text messaging credit card information. They're getting emails that have sensitive information. And you may think, oh, my company provides cybersecurity services in my business. But guess what? In this work from home world that we live in, and how bring your own technology, yes, you may have a company that is protecting you on the cybersecurity aspect at your corporate office, but then they don't have any access to your personal device, and your personal device has company information. So because of that, that's why it's so important that you protect your phones and do the updates. So thank you so much for watching this, and we'll see you next time. And again, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Take care.